for the financial benefits as well. So that's just a little bit of background on me. I am just recording this for future ambassadors that are getting started so that they can use this training in the future. And so we're not going to go through all of this over and over again. But anyways, like I said, we're going to try to do a Sunday training every Sunday at 9. It's definitely not going to be the same topics. We're going to go through different topics. Sometimes it will be geared towards totally new people, like you guys are all pretty brand new. We are pretty excited, Krista and I. We're probably within this next week or so, we're going to top over 100 ambassadors on our team. So you guys are all a big part of that, and maybe one of you will be bringing in the 100th ambassador for the Deere team, and it just shows you how quickly something can grow. And I really believe that God's no respecter of persons, and what He's done for us and blessed us health-wise and blessed us financially, He can do for you. And we want to be a part of that journey. We want to help you as much as we can. We've been praying for you. We're going to do whatever it takes to help work the business with you. I work by my computer across the dinner table from my wife, and so either Krista and I are available almost 24 hours a day outside of sleeping and, of course, 7 kids. So if you need us, we're here. We want to help. Never feel like you're intruding. And my greatest the thing that brings me the most joy is seeing someone else grow, not just business-wise, but also personally, mentally, spiritually. And so if we can be a part of that growth, that gets me excited. So anyways, we're going to go through this document here that is the new ambassador checklist. And if one of you can, or all, I guess, can just chat me really quick to let me know you see the document on your screen, I would appreciate it. Just want to double check we're on there. So if someone can just chat me and say, I see the new ambassador checklist, that'd be great. Okay, thank you. So we try to make things extremely easy and duplicatable in this business. And so, Julie, sorry, but you're not going to get any fresh new nuggets tonight. It's going to be the same thing I took you through. But hopefully what you will understand is that there is no secret in this business. It's all uncovered. And anyone that wants to build a big business, you can build a big business. I'm absolutely amazed at the type of incomes that have been created in this business. I slant a lot towards the business side. There's a whole other side to this business. For instance, if you talk to our sponsor, Heather Grenier, she is just a wealth of knowledge on the health side, and she could tell you a little bit about everything on every product. She could probably tell you 3 or 4 different testimonies for every product. And so she's done a great job in building that health side, and I'm definitely getting there. But where I lean towards and what kind of is my strength, I guess, would be the business side. And so that's where we're going to focus on tonight. Whether you choose to build a big business where you see some of these ladies and you say, man, I want to make a 6-figure income, or you say I would like to make an extra $500, $1,000, or $2,000 a month. Wherever you're at and in between, we can help you. And this checklist is the same for everyone. I guess the difference is how fast you want to put it and how hard you want to press on the gas pedal. That's going to be up to you. It's different for everyone. Some people say that we've had some great success, but Chris and I are like, man, we wish we were so much further. And so I think everyone has their own mental picture of where you'd like to be in life. And no one's there yet. I don't think even Donald Trump or whoever, Bill Gates or whoever, they still want to attain something, go to the next step. And that's just where we're at as well, is that we feel the same way. So anyways, with that said, a lot of the Plexus business, what I like about it is there's so much you can do to be self-taught in this business. there's so much education, so much information. I mean, literally, Jody and I were on the phone one time, and she was like, I'm overwhelmed. She was reading through some training, and I was like, and I've been in this at that time for, I don't know, 4 months, and I've been reading and watching videos. I was like, I'm overwhelmed too. So whether you're just getting started or you've been in 4 months, I think we both said we're overwhelmed because there's just so much information. It feels like you're sticking your face to a fire hydrant. So anyways, just taking in bite-sized pieces, a step at a time. You don't have to know everything in order to get your business rolling. Just take it a bit at a time. And the best thing you can do is make a mess of success, and then have Krista, and whoever else in to help clean it up. So that's a good problem to have. But it all starts with this: is that this is a call with our upline and their upline, and we're just Jody and Liz and you guys are obviously been registered by us, and Julie as well, and Carly, you're registered by Julie. So this is really a perfect format of an educational tool that we're using, the Zoom. But that's really the first step. So this is week one, what you guys want to focus on. So we're just going to go through these points, and I'm going to try to add a little bit to each, and we're going to, not be much more than another 20 minutes or so, because there's just so much information. And if just this page alone, you could spend a couple hours going through each bullet point, seriously. But the first thing is create a list, contact list. One thing I was impressed by Julie is I said, hey, Julie, you're going to have to get out there. You only have 115 people, or at the time I think it was 101 names on our contact list. I said, you're going to have to get out there and start reaching back to old people, high school friends, people that you went to church with, people that you were working with in the past. And what you want to do is extend your list of people. And really this business for Chris and I, the majority of our success has been on Facebook. And it's just been an amazing tool, surprisingly amazing tool. I've done a lot of home meetings before. I've met people in coffee shops before. But the most success that we've had has been on Facebook. I think today, through this promotion that Plexus is running, I think it's been close to 7, 8, 9, 10 people that have been registered just today on our team, and neither of us left the house. So that's exciting. But we did that through building a list of names, and there's not a magic number. I know that I think my contact list is it's over 1,000, and but I didn't start there. I started with 1, then I built it to 100, and then 200. So what you want to do is just start building that list of names, and then that list of names can be in your cell phone. Can be, and what I would start doing is trying to find those people on Facebook. The reason being for Facebook is that once you start making those posts, they're just getting that daily feed of information into their stream. But out of that 200 names, what you want to do is write down who are the top 20 people that you would like to be in business with, that you know of. And so it's kind of like your dream team of people of, man, if I could just choose anyone. And so Krista and I have written that down, and some of those people came off that list, meaning that they've said no. I joked around last week and said the only time you want to stop talking to someone about Plexus is either one of two things. They say, no, I am not interested at all. I don't want to hear another thing about Plexus. Or you go to their funeral. So those are that's the joke that I made last week that I actually heard on a video. But because everyone that says, well, maybe in the future, whatever, that's just someone that you're going to follow up with once a month or whatever. And eventually they may come around. I forget who it was today, but someone told Krista today she doesn't like to post. She's never liked to post. Check this out. Hasn't liked to post yet, but today she got registered, said that for the last 2 months, she's been watching Krista's post and doing research, watching videos, reading up on the product, and now she was ready to go. So we had no idea that she had any interest, never asked us anything, never liked to post, never commented, but yet she was one of the people that got started. So you just never know where they're going to come from. So there's 3 groups that you should be added to. And if you're not added to it, let us know and we'll help you out. But the 3 groups are, I was going to pull them up, but my computer will just get too slow, so I'm not going to. Simply the Deary Diamond Team. So if you haven't been added to that, ask to get added, and we'll add you. The second one is the Lori Harrison Butterfly page. We try to add all of our personal people into that group. So Jody, you should be in. Liz, you should be in. Julie, I know you're in. But if you just go type in your search bar on in Facebook, and you type in, there we go. Thank you, Jody. See, Jody is always working. She's always got my back. So you guys see the chat? She just gave you a chat of the, and there we go. Lori's Plexus Butterflies. Hey, Zambia. Good to have you online. We're going through the same training we did last week, but I'm excited for you to be here. So next week we're gonna spice it up a little bit. Next week we're gonna have you do all the training, Zambia. So, but there is a chat button. If you guys see that, feel free to chat, add information. So Plexus Journeys is the 3rd one that Jody just added there. So those 3 should be the ones that you guys should be added to. And I think with Lori's page and the Plexus Journeys, you need an ambassador, the person that brought you in the business to bring you there. This is a tool that we didn't talk about last week, but it's Plexus Power Tools. It's for $10 a year, you can get signed up on it. It's a wealth of information. It's got tons of information about the business, the products. But one of the benefits that it does it has about 50 to 100 testimonials all in one place that you can cut and paste into your Facebook. So if that's something you want to do, feel free. If you want to check it out without buying it, I can give you my username and password, and you can feel free to use mine. Okay. Order some business cards. You can do this on either Etsy.com, ETSY.com, or you can go to the Plexus back office, and they have business cards. And I know Julie went and got hers. I've received mine. I have them in my wallet wherever I go. Let's see if I can show you mine. You can see it backwards. Mine's just a simple card. It's got all the products on the back. But I think the products, the business card, and you can do it wherever you want. You can do it through Vistaprint or however you want to do it. But those are 2 tools that they already have formats set up for you. But if you don't like them, choose your own. One of the things about the business cards is that the business card is only as good as your follow-up is with that person. So let me clarify that statement by saying this, is that if I gave out 500 business cards, let's just say I went crazy today and just went to the mall and handed out 500 business cards, but I didn't get one business card from any of the other people, nor did I exchange information, do you think that any of them would just randomly hop onto my site and purchase? Maybe 1%, okay? And I guess 1% of 500 wouldn't be bad, but that's a lot of work for 1%. So what I want to do is increase my odds, and my odds go up dramatically if I can get their information. So what I do when I'm out and about, if I find somebody that I like, that I feel like is someone that I would want to have either that I'd want to help out personally with their health, which is everyone, or someone that I'd want to be in business with, I simply go up to them, and this is what I did just the other day with the guy at Publix, and I think I shared the story last week, and now this guy's becoming a customer. He went through and told me he's ready to order. So anyways, with that said, I gave him my business card, And I said, hey, Michael, I got something I want to share with you. Um, I always see at Publix, you're great. You're great with people. You always make my day at Publix. Would you, would you be open to chatting online a little bit? I know you're working and stuff. So I respected his job. I'm not going to try to, take a whole bunch of his time. But then what I did was I went ahead and said, hey, are you on Facebook? And he said, yes. I said, what's your name and what? And sometimes what I'll do is right there, because sometimes it's hard to find people on Facebook, like especially if the person's name is John Smith. I pulled out my phone and I typed in his name right there on Facebook, and I said, oh, and I said, is this you? And I said, and I've done this with other people. I said, go ahead and just push the one that you are. So like there was another person the other week at Publix as well. We just happened to start talking in the line at Publix, and blah blah blah. I have a health and nutrition business. We should talk sometime. Really nonchalant, no pressure. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Hey, are you on Facebook, by the way? Yeah. Let me pull you up. Let's just stay in contact. And so I found their information, or plugged in their name, showed it to them. They chose themselves, and then the next day, literally 2 or 3 days later, I was at their house showing this Plexus opportunity to them. So you just never know. You never know who you're going to run into, and I just believe that God's going to put you in front of people at the right time in the right place. And as long as you're open and you're not just so laser focused on what you're doing that day, you will be amazed at the opportunities that God gives you, because there are so many people that need their health restored. There's so many people that need financial income increased in their family. There's so many people that need a better life. There's so many people that need to be encouraged. And we really have an answer. We really do. It's beyond health. It's beyond financial. I really believe that. So with that said, you're going to want to follow a few people on Facebook. And when I say few, I say not more than 10. You don't want to go and have your whole feed be Plexus ambassadors. But I'd say, anyone that's on the Deary Diamond team, that those are, if you see some people that pique your interest, or you could ask, who are some of the people that are really moving and shaking in the business? And I'd give you their names and you could friend them on Facebook. Because what you want to do is, if you want to get on fire in this business, you got to get around people that are on fire in this business. If you want to create some income, you got to find some people that are creating income. Next is, what's your why? And I'm going to take just a moment here to, as I wet my whistle, and I want you to think about this for a minute. What is your why? Why are you here tonight? It's 9:45 on a Sunday night. I know Jody said she sleeps at 7:30. I'm just kidding, Jody. But I know she goes to bed early, so this is a stretch for her. And some of you as well. Maybe you're thinking about Monday or whatever. But why are you here? What motivated you to say, you know what, I'm going to invest, my time, my money, my energy into this business, and what do you want to see out of it? And you don't need to chat me or anything, but I want I just want you to think about that and consider what's your reason for doing this, and then get that in front of you, so that you can have something in front of your face. The Bible, in the book of Habakkuk, it says, I write my vision upon tablets so that it may come to me. And so, the Bible teaches a lot of things. And I don't know where everyone's at spiritually, but I use the Bible for my foundation. So anyways, with that said, you want to write down your goals, because a man that's shooting for something without it written down is just really shooting aimlessly. So, man or woman, of course. But so if you have a goal in your head, write it down on paper, share it with Krista or myself or both, and let us know what would you like to see happen in this first week of the business, your first month of the business, first year. What's the income goal that you'd like to see happen? If it's health-wise that you're really on this call for, what are some of the health goals that you'd like to see do? What how can we hold you accountable? You know, I personally work really well with accountability, meaning that I'll do something even in greater detail for other people than sometimes I will for myself and my family, as crazy as that sounds. Like if I knew our upline diamond was checking in on me and I was not checking in on me, but he was just holding me accountable, I would make sure I got my goals done that week. Forget about the money that I'd make. I just want to make sure that I hit my goals so I can be accountable. So some people need that, and if you do, this is a good opportunity for you. Make your debut Plexus post. One thing I am going to try to do here for sake of showing you guys some good posts. Let me clear off that screen here really quick. But I am going to share, I'm going to share some fun posts and some relevant posts. And assuming everyone can still see my screen, Jody, maybe just give me a chat. Or anyway. Yep, okay, thank you. So here's Mary. She just got started about a week ago. And I love Mary's posts are so fun because she's just herself. Mary was the receptionist at the birthing, the midwife's office where we had our child. So so we met, and she just has a zany, funny sense of humor, one that I like. I'm a little bit weird and wacky, and so we got along well. But I like that when she's making her posts, she's just herself. And this is one that she posts today. As you can see, you know why SpongeBob and Patrick are partying, the last day of the Plexus sale, 1776, blah, blah, blah. And it was just one of the funniest posts that I've seen in a while, and I just loved it. And you know what? That's her, and it would be really tough for her to make a post maybe like this every day. These are good posts. These testimonials show phenomenal success that women can have and men can have, but you have to also throw in your personality. And so you see some of these are hers, and then she also, you know, she's personalized this with some of her own verbiage. So her friends know she talks like that. They know that. I love this one. I thought this was the one I was looking for. I just think it's hilarious. Is that Plexus got me feeling like Chewy with my hair so soft. I mean, who does that? Mary does that. So this is just, these are some good posts that she's made, and you know, they've been some successful posts. I'm also going to bring up Julie. Julie's just got started here again over this last week and a half or so, but Julie as well has had some phenomenal posts, and I think one of the things that has intrigued some of her friends and her customers so far was, I'm going to scroll down just a few, something like this, you know, and that she's just posting a personal post, a personal testimony of her and her life. And it doesn't have to be fancy like some of these other posts. It just shows a little bit of a personal side to Plexus, and people like that. You know, people want to know, you know, more than just a picture. And so, anyways, with that said, is that, you know, there's a ton of posts up there. If you guys go into, if you type in, you know, Plexus journeys, you guys can use any of these testimonies that you see online, and everyone, like I said, should be added to this group. But there's just so many different testimonials that you can use, and just one after another. And you know, try to think about your audience. Try to think about who do you know, and you know, it may sound funny or weird to you, but there's been so many times that Chris and I have prayed about what we feel led to post that day, and I can tell you so many times where someone came back and said, you know what, I had a challenge with depression or anxiety, and you made that post today, and it spoke right to me. So, um, so there's so many different options, different opportunities for you. But one, you know, personalize it, and but I think beyond that, too, is remember that just like today, that lady got started and she said, you know, and she's never commented. So just be patient. Know that there are people watching you, even if they're not commenting. It's just like, you know, just think of yourself. How many times have you scrolled by one of your friends' posts, but you didn't comment, you didn't like it, you just were in a hurry or whatever, but you saw it. And so it just happens. And then third is that you want to make sure that you're posting at the right time of the day and the right amount. So I would say that this is that if you really get excited about Plexus, I wouldn't encourage you to post more than 3 times a day, unless you post regularly 15 times a day. I mean, if you're just loving Facebook or Instagram or whatever tool you're using, and you post 15 times a day, then maybe 3 times a day is not a big deal. But for me, I may post 3 things a day at the most. And so usually what I try to do is one out of those 3 is a Plexus post. 1 a day. That's my goal, maybe 2. But what I also try to do is I also try to do lifestyle posts. And what I mean by that is that, you know, Krista and I will try to integrate just our story into our post. And so this last week's been a little bit crazy with the promotion. I'm trying to find one. Let me see if I can just show you one that kind of, you know, shouldn't gaff again. This is an example. So Paul and Aaron are on our team. Great family. But I just personalized this a little bit because this was really coming from my heart. You know, what would you do if one of your friends was able to get off meds or lose weight or get rid of fibromyalgia, IBS, whatever? And then I went on to share their post, or what she basically posted that day. And I just tell you what, I mean, it just blessed me so much when I read this post from these friends that, you know, they would never, this 1 through 11, that would have never happened without these products, the Plexus products. And so it's just so cool. And so I just personalized it so that people can see this is not just another advertisement, not another post, but it's a personal story of what has happened. So those are just some example of posting. And one of the things that you can do on your first few posts is tag me or Julie, Carly, you can tag Julie or whatever, and it'll do a couple things. One is that Facebook feeds people information based on the number of likes and the number of comments. So the more comments you can get on a Facebook post, the more traction you're going to get, the more that advertisement, so to speak, is served. And so if you guys can even friend each other, you know, go into the Deary Diamond page and find Jody and find Elizabeth and find Carly, and you start liking each other's posts. And you don't have to do it forever, but just for a little bit of time, you help each other gain some momentum. Moving on, and that, like I said, that could be talked about for an hour right there. So I'm not going to give you too much information on so that not to bore you. Let me just take a moment to take a break in terms of, I'm gonna unmute well, I'm not going to unmute you, but I just want to take a moment and just give me a chat back just so I know, are we on the right track? Is this helping? Is there, and also just let me know if there's specific things that you would like me to talk about tonight outside of this list that I'm going to go through. So one, are we on the right track? Is this speaking to you? Is this helping? Two, is there something specific that you want to chat about? So just chat me on the chat screen. You move your mouse around enough, you'll be able to find that chat button. But as I'm waiting for that, these are some YouTube channels that you can subscribe to. And for those that are not maybe as technically sound, if you need help doing that, I can do that on a one-on-one basis, or someone else can. But just go in there and type in YouTube in the search bar, any of these names: Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Lori Harrison's Our Diamond, and just find someone that resonates with you, someone that you feel is like, oh, I feel like that person, or that person is like me, or whatever. Okay, Carly says we're on the right track. Thank you, Julie. So far, so good. Zambia said I'm doing horrible. I'm just kidding, Zambia. Zambia, is Tyrone with you? Tell him I said hi if he is. So so find some people, and I just encourage you this, is that if there's one thing that you could do every day that would be consistent. Be consistent on your posts. Be consistent on listening to something in Plexus, because just like if you get a song in your head, the reason why that song gets in your head is because you've heard it enough times. And so Plexus is, or anything else for that matter, the more you just get more information in your head, the more you're going to learn. And so, anyways, I would just say this, is that I'm just going to read Jody's post really quick. Right. And so Jody just mentioned my wife. I think my wife is such a fun example of someone that says, I don't like to sell. And you can find someone that didn't like to sell more than Krista, and you can find someone that had a faster success in this business next to, I mean, obviously there's been other people, but her business just absolutely grew like crazy in the first 60 days, and we started making some really significant income, but she doesn't like to sell. Well, how'd that work? Well, it worked because people trusted her. People trusted her relationship, and so she really wasn't selling at all. And really the best salespeople are the best people that share. And so if you can just, once you just learn how to share about this business, that's where it becomes success. You'll see the success. But subscribe to the YouTube channels. This is all in your first week that I would encourage you to try to tackle. And if it's a restart, if you're here for you've been here on the board for a few months and you're just saying, okay, I'm going to draw a line in the sand tonight. I'm going to get restarted in this business. Great. Sign up for corporate emails here. You're going to want to, and this link is in the Deary Diamond page. It's posted at the very top. This document right here is crazy, this link. I am going to share this really quick with you because I think it is just, it's just a plethora of information. So on that link that I just clicked on, you can find so much information. This is a Google Drive file, and it has all the products in there. You can find information in Spanish. If you want to get information on Slim, you just double click on any of these icons, and it's working now. It's going to take, I'm going to slow down my connection here because of doing an overview, but see there's 3, 4, 5, 6 documents on just Slim alone. So use that link. This is, again, it's right here on toggling back to this page. Hold on a second. It's right here, this link on the document. So take some before and after measurements if applicable. If you want to share your personal history, I did that even for me. I didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but I had about 10 pounds that I wanted to get rid of, and so that is week 1. Now, for sake of time, because it's already 10 o'clock, and for sake of just wanting to basically not overwhelm anyone with information, what I'm gonna do is just open it up for some questions, because I think that may help us out a little bit more if you have personal questions. And then and what we might do is, especially for those that are just getting started tonight, or today or yesterday, we'll go through week 2, maybe on a separate call, like Liz, Jody, if you'd like to be on that call, Carly. We'll go through week 2 and kind of go into more detail on that, but I just don't want to give you too much to chew on so far. So let's do this. I'm just going to open it up for any questions, and if you have a question, just go ahead and chat me your question, and then I'll answer it. I can see if I can. I'm going to see if I can unmute you guys without static. But if it's static, then we'll have to mute you guys back. Sorry. While I'm doing that, let me just 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to try to unmute everyone, see how it goes, see how scratchy we get. All right. Someone's calling somebody. All right. Anyone? Let me put.
Hello there.
Hey, my favorite cousin.
Hey, Faith, how you doing?
I'm good.
I just muted you guys all. So, does anyone have any questions based on what I've shared tonight, or things that you might wanted me to cover so far? Even if it's product related, I know this is more geared towards the business, but just go ahead and chat me and say, hey, Chad, unmute me, I have a question. All right, so Jody wants to go into week 2. Okay, so Jody said share. So one of the things that says is share the products with 3 people. How? So obviously, so now you guys all know you're going to be making a Facebook post or two a day is the goal. 1 to 2 max. 3 if you make your crazy Plexus poster. But one thing about that, and I just mentioned this, is that if you don't want to alienate your friends list, and you can do that really easily by if you all this time in your life have been posting funny stories or family stories, and now every single post you make is about Plexus, people are going to get upset with that or just not interested. And so you want to integrate it with your life. I still post pictures of my kids, still post pictures or write down something spiritual that means something to me every once in a while or whatever. But then every day I make a Plexus post almost every day at 9 or 10 in the morning. That's kind of my habit. And then maybe at night if I'm feeling up to it. But sharing it with 3 people. So what that could look like, it could look like a few different things. But one of the goals that I've had in this business is that I would talk to 3 new people every day about Plexus. And I would either would be through, and usually what I would try to do is do that through the ways that I normally would communicate with that person. So for instance, if my normal communication with somebody is Facebook, then I would Facebook message them. If my normal communication was picking up the phone and calling them, then I would pick up the phone and call them. I wouldn't, email somebody that I normally talk to on the phone, if that makes sense. So what I would, for this I would say this is that if I was messaging someone, I would keep it nice and short and sweet. Hey, Jill, say, I know that we haven't caught up in a while, but I found a way to basically get healthy and create some extra income on the side and thought about you. Are you keeping your options open right now? Or is that, would you be open to looking into this with me? And we can do a lot better in this business if we ask questions versus vomit our plexus power information on people. We just don't want to overload people with information that aren't asking for that information. So we want to take it in bite-sized pieces. So I would maybe email somebody like that. Or I picked up the phone to one of my best friends and I said, hey, Trent, you know that I've been building this plexus business. I just want to touch base with you on it and see if you're open into checking into it some more. Chris and I have had some amazing health benefits, such as blah, 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 share a few testimonies of things that have happened in our family with our health. And, financially, it's helped us, make some extra money on the side. And if it hasn't helped you yet, then you could just say, and there's a lot of people that are making some significant income in this business. Jill, is that something you'd be open to? And then you just kind of ask questions and roll with it. That's how we would share it with 3 different people. So I would say either a phone call, a text, or some type of messenger, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever message tool that you use. So does that make sense, Jody? I can unmute you if you'd like. Maybe I will.
Yes, it still just puts a knot into my stomach. I am the total introvert. I don't do that.
Yep.
I can follow up with somebody, until the cows come home, but that initial contact just scares me to death.
So for you, you might, and that's okay, because everyone starts this business with where they're at. And the last thing I want someone to do is have to throw up in order to make a phone call, but I would say this is that wherever you're at tomorrow, try to take it a step further than that. And that might just be, I don't know what that means for you. It's going to mean something different for everyone, but try to stretch yourself without getting totally out of control. And so for you, maybe that just means, you do a good job at follow-up. And so, it could mean as much as, you have friends and family you're in Facebook land with. And if you were just to, cut and paste, some type of a link or not link, but just a snippet of something that I would give you, or I think that could be a step beyond where you're at. And so instead of waiting for people to reply to your Facebook messages, you let's just say but somebody's talked about their health. They've talked about their weight. They've talked about pain that they have. And so you just email them a quick link and say, hey, Jill, I was thinking about you today. I know that you've always talked about losing weight, and I just thought about you when I read this post and wanted to get your thoughts on it. And therefore, you're speaking exactly to their pain or their hurt in their life, and you're not being overzealous, and you're not asking them to buy anything. You're just asking for their opinion on it. And so that would be I'm just kind of coming up with random examples, but that would be a way to kind of take one step, a baby step out of just a post. And like I said, if you continue to make posts and you're consistent about it, you're consistent about expanding your Facebook network, you're going into your past high school yearbooks and stuff like that, and college, lists or whatever it is, you're going to eventually have a big enough network where you have a big enough audience where you're going to be able to build a team. But in the meantime, if you don't have a big enough audience, you're going to have to take some steps to start reaching out to people, perhaps. Makes sense, clear as mud, help?
Makes sense.
Okay. Julie, you can unmute yourself. Anything that is on your mind from week 1 to week 2? I know some of this is routine information. We went through this, but anything else that stood out for you or any other questions you have after your second week here?
No, while you were talking with Jody, I was just thinking, when she talked about losing all those inches, I thought that's a great thing to post right there. You don't necessarily have to show a picture or anything, but if it was with Slim, just write her little blurb and then do a picture of the Slim and say, who wants to join me or who wants to do that? I thought that would be great for her.
Yeah. Yep. The more you can personalize your post, the better. Definitely.
But yeah, I can't think of anything right at the top, Chad. It's nice to have that refresher course because I haven't gone into the Google link there. Just reading the books and reading the manual and stuff. There's just, like you said, it's just so overwhelming that you want to be the sponge and suck it all up.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to unmute Carly here. So Carly, you literally just got signed up here a couple hours ago. How's the information coming in? Is it okay? Is it what you're looking for? Anything else?
No, it's great. I'm looking forward to doing a post on Facebook. So it has to be something really. Should I do one tonight or should I wait? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say. You could do it tonight. Some of the best times of the day, but at least I guess the professionals out there that say best time to create ads or not even ads, just Facebook posts is morning, lunch, and then dinner time. But that's just a rule of thumb. I think just the other day, Krista was like, I really feel like I should make this post, but it's like it was like, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night, and then I was like, well, hey, if you feel like it, just do it, and that we just got some great interest and traction off that one. So yeah, it could be as simple as a picture of Slim and saying, I just got, it could be something like, so with your first post, you're going to want to make it, like I said, personalize it. But it could be something like I'm just trying to think of the right word, because what you don't want to do is turn someone off that hasn't even had an opportunity to listen to you. So one of the tools that I've used myself personally is I'm going to pull up one site, and I think it'd be a good tool for all you guys to do before you make a post. For especially Liz and Carly and even Jody here. But check out this. I'm going to share this new screen. Hold on. And this I just changed our welcome emails around a little bit, and let's see if I can find this. There we go. Okay. So I typed in Molly Orr day 1. In these videos, there's 30 videos, one a day. They're all about 2 minutes long. And I think, Carly, about the 6th or 7th day in, or there it is, 5th day, it talks about posting on Facebook. And so, especially since you haven't had your product yet, I want to be careful that we just say the right thing. But so if you were to go into YouTube and just type in Molly Orr day 1, like I said, there's a list here, 30 days to success, and you can go through them all in probably less than an hour. And they're great tools. or you can watch one a day. But anyways, I brought you over here, Carly, just because of the fact that I want to make sure that our first post is successful for you. And so off the cuff, you know, if it was me and I was posting the first day, I would keep it really generic, but try to create interest. Say something like, you know, I just found a way to get healthier, lose some weight, and potentially make some money on the side. I'm so excited, and that's it. I wouldn't say anything else. I would never post my link to my site. And I say this to everyone. The reason why I would never post my link to my site, like for instance, mine is Deary.myplexusproducts. I just want to show this to all you guys. This is my site address. You guys can all see that, right? Carly, can you see that?
Yes.
So I wouldn't put this post or this website in a post, and the reason being is that what I want to do is create interest. I want people that, just like fishing, I refer to it like fishing. I mean, if there's really two different ways I mentioned to catch a fish. One is I could put a lure in the water, start reeling it in, and the right fish is going to come in and grab that bait at the right time, right? Or I could throw a stick of dynamite in the water, blow up the whole lake, and get all the dead fish. Obviously, we don't want to be the dynamite in Facebook land and just blow up people's feed. And I think by posting our website all over the place and stuff like that, it can just scare people away. Or all they have to do is click on that website. They read me for 1 minute, say, oh, I know everything about it. I don't need to learn anything else. But if you give them just little bite-sized pieces, then you're have control over their education and how fast they're learning, what they're learning, what you want to direct them to. And so especially once you're introducing your new business into your Facebook, you know, group that you've already had for years, you want to be careful that you're doing it right. So anyways, that's just an example there that I would do. And again, if you tag me in your first post, I can quickly go in and say, hey, you might want to adjust this or that. Julie can tell you I helped her along with a couple of her first 2 or 3 posts, and then you know, she's off to the races. Any other questions before we wrap up? I know it's getting a little bit late and everyone's land, so but if anything else is itching in your mind that you want to cover or talk about, anyone else? All right, Liz, how you doing over there? You doing good, Liz?
Doing well. Just taking it all in.
All in? All right, good. Well, and all of you guys, obviously, feel free to reach out to me personally. Feel free to, you know, if you have any type of questions, you know, we want to help you out with it. And we're here to help. We're excited about helping. Last but not least, very important, I sent out an email to everyone tonight. This Thursday, we are going to be hosting our first online webinar. I'm very excited about it. So we are going to go through the whole business opportunity side. This is training. This is for new people. So this is not what we're covering on Thursday. Thursday night, it's going to be a more of a highline overview for people that you would want to introduce to the products or the business. And so I'm going to be sharing the opportunity, and I'll probably have a couple of guests on there. And it'll be no longer than 40 minutes. It's going to start roughly at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to put the event, I'm going to invite everyone in this group will be invited. But once you get invited, you can go into that event on Facebook, and you can invite all your whole list of friends. And so the benefit of that is when you go into that link and invite those people from your link, obviously we're going to know that you invited them. They're going to be in your team and everything. Or if it's a customer, they're going to be your customers. but the benefit for you is you're just going to sit back and let us do the talking for you and educate the people on the products and the program. So this Thursday, 9 o'clock, if you guys are able to make it, we'd love to have you on the call, and love to get your business excited and started off right. So we are excited for all of you guys, and we will look forward to chatting with you soon. Thanks for taking the time tonight, and enjoy. God bless.